Hey guys, Ash Trades here, and welcome to episode 8 of Trying to Get Funded with ICT Silver Bullet on Top Step. Let's get straight into the video and I'll show you how I traded today. And the challenge I'm taking is the 50k challenge on Top Step. You can get this challenge in the description for only $49 a month. They currently have a 70% discount for the next 3 days, so be fast. So now we're on the charge, and as you can see, I took 3 trades today. I took one break even over here, one winner here, and one winner here, and I didn't get into this trade. So let me explain why I took these trades. First of all, let me remove all the drawings and let's go back in time. It's the silver bullet from 10 to 11. So what I do before the market opens is that I go on the weekly time frame, zoom out, and what we have seen this week is that we are currently gravitating towards this gap over here on the weekly time frame, and we have pretty much filled it in the open. And if we look on the daily, we can see that the prior candles to today that we are bullish, and we have pretty much been bullish since Monday. So today I don't know if I would like to look for longs because we already filled some of this gap over here on the weekly, so it depended on what the market did today. But overall, early in the session, I would like to be bullish, and maybe later on I would look for bearish setups because of the GGIF setup, as ICT explained in one of his news videos. So on the hourly, we can see we are still bullish. We've taken out some buy side liquidity. We have some lows down here, and we have a fair value gap down here we could draw into. And we have lots of sell side liquidity that hasn't been taken at all because we have been so bullish these last few days. So lots of sell side liquidity to be taken in this session because now we have filled most of this open range gap here. So let's see what market did at the open. We can see we went up, took out some more buy side liquidity, went down, did a market structure shift, and the first trade I took was off this 15-minute fair value gap over here. We can see that we respected it. We didn't close outside of it with the candle. We only wicked into it, and we touched the New York midnight open right here, and we are both below the 8:30 open, New York midnight open right here. So this is a good indication that we are likely to go higher because now we have taken out lots of sell side liquidity. We had some equal lows over here as well, and we had bearish news. So I would like to see price go higher and draw up to this fair value gap up here, which was my first target. So let's go into 1 minute and look for entries. So what I saw was basically that we both had a fair value gap 2 minute right here, and we also had a fair value gap on the 1 minute right here. So the first entry I took was off this 2 minute fair value gap. I entered, I think, right here, and I put my stop below this candle here. So I had a 5 pip stop loss, and then I targeted right here. Yeah, let's go to the 1 minute. We can see that we went around in this fair value gap for quite a bit of time. And then we finally changed directions right here. And I remember that, yeah, I'm a bit stupid, so I actually moved my stop loss when we went above this open right here, the 8:30 open, because I thought, okay, price can now go down and reverse me out maybe. So I would just like to be safe and go in a break even if we went down. And we exactly went down to my stop loss at break even right here where I entered. So this was a losing trade, even though I was right later in the session, as you can see. We went up to the fair value gap, which was where my target was. I got stopped out right here for break even. So this was a break even trade. So break even here. Let's go to the next trade of the day. It was in the lunch session. What I saw right here was that we took out all these equal lows here. We went up below the New York midnight open right here, the yellow dotted line. And basically, when we see this move here in the from 12 to 1, that usually means that when we take out this lunch liquidity here with this down move, that means that we'll likely go in the opposite direction and target some buy side liquidity, the New York lunch high right here. What I'm looking for is now a market structure shift on the 1, 2, and 3 minute time frame, and when I see that, I would like to enter off a fair value gap. So we had a market structure shift right here, and I don't know exactly where I entered. I'll have to look. Wait, and as you can see here, this is how I entered. I entered off this fair value gap on the 1 minute below the New York midnight open right here. I entered at 45.42.25, and I also entered here at 45.44. As you can see, this was here where I entered here, stop below here, and I targeted this high right here, traded nicely down, respected the fair value gap, went up, went down. I did another entry right here, and boom, I stopped myself out here, even though I had another sell order up here. Yeah, I stopped myself out 100% here because of the mistake I made with the buy stop and not the buy limit. But eventually we went a bit more up, and now we came into the silver bullet PM hour. And now in the silver bullet PM hour, I was looking for shorts because when we zoom out, we can see we had two very nice and clean equal lows, or relatively equal lows right here. And we have now been going out, taking out all this buy side liquidity up here, and we had filled a 5 minute fair value gap over here, and we hit a breaker block also. So my idea was that we'll look for shorts now if we see a good setup. So we can see we went very fast down, and I didn't get my first entry, which was right above this line here. I wanted to sell short if we went up here again, stop above here, and I wanted to target the equal lows we have down here. But let me show you what we did. Went down, didn't take out the equal lows, and because we didn't take it out, then I was still keen on taking the trade, so I waited. But yeah, we never went up. We only went up to here. And if you look at the 15, you can see that right in this fair value gap right here on the 15-minute time frame, almost to the tick. I saw it, but I didn't want to take a trade off the 15-minute fair value gap. I wanted it to trade above here to get a better entry, but I could also have done this, but it is how it is. So now we have traded down a lot again, and we created another fair value gap here, and we made two equal lows right here. I was still keen on going short because my bias was really short. So if I saw price draw up to this New York midnight open right here again, maybe react off a fair value gap or a order block over here, then I would like to enter. So let's see what price did. Went up again above this New York midnight open, and now I was looking for shorts, and we also filled this 5-minute fair value gap here. So now we're on the 1-minute time frame again. So we filled the 5-minute fair value gap here, green box. We went above New York midnight open, and I was targeting these lows. So when I saw movement outside of this here, I entered my first trade. I think I entered right here and put my stop above the high over here, and I targeted these lows. And we consolidated a lot because it's the end of the day and price usually doesn't move a lot until like from 1540 to 1550. That's where market starts to move a lot, take out a lot of liquidity before market closes. So I actually moved my stop loss right to here, and I stopped myself out right here. This was another small winning trade. I didn't want to risk it that price would go fast up and then fast down and stop me out maybe. So yeah, that just took a safe trade. I was already in profits, and I just stopped myself out here for a small profit. So a very nice trade, and we actually hit our target right here. But what price usually does here is that it goes one direction and then the opposite direction. So look here, we went up afterwards, after we went down here, and I didn't want to risk price going up here first and then going down maybe. So that's why I stopped myself out here. Let's go to the trading journal and look at my trades today. So we finally had a day of profit. We had a 4-day losing streak right here. So it's nice to get out of it. It feels really good, and I got a lot of confidence back today. So here's my journal if you want to see it. Yeah, I made a few mistakes today as well. Buy stops and sell stops where I should have put a buy limits and sell limits. But yeah, it is how it is. Now I've learned my lesson, I think. I could have made a bit more profit today, but it is how it is. Count looks like this now. It's nice to see some upwards movement instead of going down always. So today I think we made $530.44. A really nice day. Nice to be back winning again and not losing always. I've losing 4 days in a row. Doesn't feel that nice. I got out of it today, I feel like, and I'm back for next week. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Ash Trades here, and see you in the next video. Bye.